What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Custom Points Live. I am your host, Jarrett, and really glad to have you here today. Today, we're going to talk about why I don't have a consumer Amex Gold or an Amex Platinum. And I'll tell you why. And the main reason is this. I have both the American Express Gold card and I have an American Express Platinum card, which I'll show you guys right here. First, I'll cover that up. So this is the white gold that I don't believe they have anymore. And this is the business platinum card that I do have here. Why do I have these and not the consumer cards? Well, first and foremost for me, I am a business owner. So I do use business expenses on the gold card. But the gold card, I believe, is better as the business card. And that's because and it's about to be changed from what we're seeing in some emails, and you can watch some other YouTube videos that'll talk more about what they're potentially their surveys indicate they could be changing to. But as of right now, this card gets me it's a $375, I believe, annual fee, and I can go and spend $20 per month at office supply stores, and that drops it to an effective $135 annual fee. Now, for me, $135 annual fee is worth it because I'm able to get 4x on categories that I can't get with other cards as easily. 4x, I can use this, for example, for us, it's I use this particular card for ads and for all of the US electronic goods, which for us is a lot of different vendors. But if I had the consumer gold, it'd be 4x at dining and 4x for groceries, which is by no means a bad thing. But to get this card, I could spend and earn a higher sign-up bonus to earn this card. And this card has categories that I can use, like I said, that other cards don't tend to have. The $20 office supply stores is super easy for me to use. You can go on to the Staples app on your phone, and you can purchase a $20 or $25 gift card that is emailed to you, and without having to do any annoying hoops, boom, you're done, and you have a $20 gift card. I tend to buy my wife Staples gift card for Sephora, and so I spend $5 and she gets $25 to use at Sephora. So that's pretty useful to have for that card. The other thing you get with it is Walmart Plus, which Walmart Plus we didn't plan on getting, but it gets us 10 cents off at Murphy or mobile gas stations. So if you buy gas, 10 cents off is not nothing. Doesn't necessarily add up to $135 in savings for us, but it does put a little dent in there. And there are some other reasons to use Walmart Plus. You can get grocery. There are times, actually a lot of times, where Walmart delivery is cheaper than Amazon. Not just the delivery fee, I'm talking about the actual products. Amazon's not as cheap as it used to be. So it's good to have that other option on there, and that gives you a free Walmart Plus subscription as well. I don't know if it's worth $135, but it's definitely good to have that on there. Whereas with the personal gold card, you're having to jump through a lot of different hoops with food. Now, I don't think that the Resi credit's that hard because it's $50 each, but the Dunkin' Donuts credit, $77 a month, and then you have the other one with Grubhub or whatever else, and you're just having to jump through way too many hoops, in my opinion. That it's just annoying. It sounds too exhausting of a card for me. I'd rather earn more points with the business gold. I can use one of the categories for dining if I so want. So dining is still an option with this card. But then with groceries, we use the Hilton Surpass card. This gets us 6x on at surface level and of course the points are worth less supposedly. You can buy them for less, but you get 6x base, and then you're getting a free night reward if you spend $15,000 on the card, which for us equates to about 7x. So add the 7 to 6, that's 13x. You can get points from Hilton for half a penny each. So you're essentially spending 6.5%, and you're getting 6.5% back if you were buying those points, but we redeem those points for a lot higher. So I tend to redeem at minimum Hilton points for 1.4 cents per point. And if I'm getting 6.5 points back, or I'll do the math, 6 plus 7 is 13 divided by 2, you get 6.5. multiply that by 1.4. That means I'm getting 9% back on that card. Now, if I do that for grocery for Amex, it doesn't mean that I can't do that, because divide that 9.1 by 4. That means as long as I'm getting more than 2.275 back for the Amex points, it's worth it. So it's certainly not bad to get 4x, but I don't want to have to jump through all the hoops to get it. This card here is super easy. You get a $50 credit every quarter with Hilton, and they used to have the ability for you to buy gift cards online. They stopped that, so now all you do is, if you're staying at a Hilton at any point in the future, you can call them ahead and you can ask them to basically load money onto that account. There's more details than that, but you can contact me at custompointslive@gmail.com, and I'll give you more details on that. That's more of an advanced strategy. But that's why I don't have the consumer gold card. I still think that if I did want to get 4x from dining with this card, I certainly could. But at this point, I would rather get 3x or 3.3x with the Atmos card. Another thing that I didn't mention with the Atmos card is if you spend $60,000 a year on that card, which for me, with putting rent on that card and getting 3.3x and using it for foreign transactions, which with my business, I do have a decent amount of that. And of course, traveling, we go away a lot, different countries. If I spend $60,000 on the card, I'm getting essentially 4.96x back, because the card does get you at 60,000 points, $60,000 in spend. You're spending, if you weren't even earning loyalty points from flights, you're spending sufficiently to get gold status, and you're spending sufficiently to get at 60,000 a 100,000 companion pass, 100,000 points. So if you were flying somewhere that's 50,000 points round trip, which of course is pretty easy to do with business class, you're getting another 100,000 points on top of what you're earning. So it's effectively 4.96 back, rather than getting only 4x back with this card. So I'd rather use the Atmos card for dining. Then we talk about the business platinum card and why this card is better than the consumer platinum card. Well, when it comes to the credits, I would argue that the credits are easier to use on the consumer platinum card. So that makes the consumer platinum better in that perspective. However, I would rather have the ability to get the 35% rebate, which you can use on your chosen airline. What that means is that if you're buying a flight, let's just for easy math say it's 100,000 points on Amex. Let's say you can't find a good transfer partner. There's nothing you're doing that's getting you a good value. The worst case scenario is you can get a 35% rebate on your chosen airline. You can select your airline. And there's some advanced strategies on that as well. So if you'd like to learn more about selecting your airline, contact custompointslive@gmail.com, and I'll tell you why it's not as limiting as it sounds. But you choose your chosen airline, and you are able to get a 35% rebate. So that 100,000 points turns into 65,000 points. You're getting that 35,000 points back. You do have to have it originally, but you'll get the 35,000 points back. And that means effectively, instead of getting a penny a point, you're getting 1.54 cents per point, which is extremely valuable to get a 54% boost in what would be a penny a point redemption with your American Express points. So if I'm going to hold a gold card, a platinum card, this is going to be the platinum card I'm going to hold. Now, another thing I've noticed that friends of mine that aren't into the points and miles game will do is they'll hold the platinum card and they'll spend on the platinum card. They'll use that card for spend. Let me tell you, unless you're trying to get a credit on the card or use a credit on the card, it is not advantageous to be spending on that card unless you're going for a sign-up bonus. And hello at RL Edit. Good to see you. You don't want to spend on that card because you're only getting 1x. Unless you're going for, like I said, a sign-up bonus, then it's very valuable. And to another point about sign-up bonuses, the sign-up bonus for the business card is much higher than it is for the personal card. So that's another reason why I don't go for the personal card. Now, again, you could go for them first year, buy them, or get them, and then after the year is up, cancel the cards, and that's certainly up to you. But those are the reasons why I don't personally hold an Amex Gold and an Amex Platinum consumer cards. But I have no problem holding Amex Platinum and Gold business cards. So thank you guys for being a part of this. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment them below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the next live stream. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these that are just kind of back to back, and be able to keep them on a certain topic. So thank you guys for subscribing and getting involved and being part of the